Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to anime on Monday with Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood. You know, the flame was a little cold last time, a little too cold. What do you think, Eric?
Real cold, icy, in fact. Yeah, coming fresh off a record where we saw Mustang pretend to be the worst and a fascist murderer, which I have guessed is probably not true.
Yes, we saw the chart. Well, it was Make It Be Fire Monday. We got a big fireball explosion. We saw the alleged charred remains of Maria Ross. Her dog tags were on there. The doctor claimed her teeth were on there, but of course you surmised when we recapped last time that the good doctor was in on it with Mustang here. And as we discussed, it was a bit of a mystery thriller where Mustang seems to be playing his own game against the system here, and he's stacking up the pieces on his side. You know, he is a chess player. We did see that in that other episode a few back. Before he got transferred, he was playing chess with the old general or whoever that was there.
Yeah.
And I asked you last time too, what do you think the next move is? But you're not exactly sure, but it's something to do with getting everyone together. Like, he had Armstrong get Ed out of there, saying they're going back to Rizambul. He didn't want Al, so that was interesting. We didn't talk about that. Why do you think that was?
Because Al draws too much attention. I don't know. That's what Armstrong said.
Oh, that's true. He did say that. Okay.
Or maybe he needs Al because Al's harder to kill.
Oh, you think Mustang needs Al in town to help him somehow? Okay. Interesting theory. Obviously, so Winry and him are left back, not knowing what's going on. What else do you think we'll get some more action from the homunculi in this one? Will we see Lust? Will we see NB?
I think we'll see him, but we won't see him make that many moves.
Okay. I think they're still biding their time here. They were talking last time about... Oh, well, we did see at the end the human part of Barry the Chopper they have caged up. They seem like they are going to decage him. So is this episode, are we going to see a Barry on Barry fight?
Yes. I almost think that this episode is going to be entirely focused on Armstrong and Ed, though.
Interesting. Well, it is called the arrogant palm of a small human?
Yeah, that's why.
So we have a small human and an extra big, beefy boy human. It's a classic twins setup, or, mice and men, I don't know. Not that they're like those characters, but classic big guy.
We are in Danny DeVito territory, yeah.
Yes. Edward would be screaming, kicking his legs if he heard this one right now. He likes to fly up the handle. So Edward he's ready to get after Mustang from last time. Reasonably so, I suppose, if Mustang really did what it looks like. But of course, we don't think that was really the case. So, that being said, will we see a live Maria Ross this episode, do you think?
It feels like that's where they're going, based on what Mustang said to Armstrong, right?
Yeah. Well, we talked pretty extensively in the recap of last time, so let's waste no time. Without further ado, let's see what these arrogant palms are all about. Let's get into it.
This stop, Rizambul Station.
Oh, so they are in
Rizambul.
Rizambul.
I guess, yeah, I couldn't remember myself, but oh, do you see who that is?
Oh, there's the small human. Okay.
It's starting to feel a little too much like a
Looks
kidnapping.
like an even smaller panda.
And on the details.
Wait, she's traveling the Scar, right?
Yeah, last we saw.
Here.
Rendezvous.
I'm glad you made it all right, Major Armstrong, sir. Sub big guy.
Lieutenant Breda!
Hey, caught you big guy at least.
I should have arrived in Rizambul by now. This stuff with Lieutenant Ross. I have no idea what's going on.
Good thing I can explain it all.
When did you get here?
And how'd you even get in?
It seemed appropriate for a criminal.
I didn't get subtitles for
I
that.
didn't either. I don't know what that's about.
I'm sure he's just fine.
We're going into the desert.
Tight-lipped bastard.
We've almost made it. Look, you can see the ruins ahead.
Now, Ling mentioned in an episode where we met him that he had wanted to see these ruins for some reason.
Whose idea was it to bring the kid?
It was a direct order.
And there's Ling's guy.
So, this is Xerxes, huh? The Eastern Sage. It's a story about the origin of alchemy in Amestris. The entire kingdom of Xerxes was destroyed in a single night, and that the only survivor wandered into Amestris shortly afterwards.
Brotherhood, Christ the Redeemer.
How interesting. We have a similar legend in Xing about a drifter from the west.
Alka history is primarily used for medical needs, isn't it?
He guided this process, and we greatly revere him.
So the West in his title is supposed to refer to here?
It is believed so, yes.
I wanted to visit the ruins of Xerxes. That route goes by them.
Sure you did, Ling.
I already said that, flashback.
But if Xerxes was such a highly advanced society, how were they wiped out in a single night?
Looks hot.
Yeah, honestly, not into it.
Pretty deep now, aren't we?
Look east, where I was. It's a nice place.
All
None of the
right.
big city noise. And lots of beautiful women.
Okay, there we go.
Damn, Colonel!
She's been through
There
enough.
wasn't any place in
Major.
Amestris we could safely hide a dead girl.
So the Colonel knew that Lieutenant Ross was innocent all along?
Seems a little too showy, sir.
Is that what you think?
They make a point of arresting her in public, and now they announce her guilt to the newspapers before she's even had a trial. Something's not right.
I'll take it.
Colonel, we need to speak to you about General Hughes' murder.
Hey, Bowman, give me the phone for a sec.
Barry?
Yo,
Barry.
Mustang, you see today's paper?
Now we see how it
Bonnie,
went
you know
down.
better than to call me at work. Let me call you right back. Just hang on, okay?
You sure about this?
Oh, yeah. The lieutenant fired a bullet, all right. But it was
That's
me,
the
not
phone
you.
booth again?
I've still got a hole in my
I
right
guess it
hand
could be,
where it
yeah.
passed right through.
There
Barry,
might be more than
I've
one
got a
phone booth
proposition
around the
that you
lake.
might like.
Gotcha. I promise not to kill anyone.
I need you to gather everything on this list.
60 pounds of pork, carbon, some ammonia.
It's for a well-cooked corpse.
Or a bar.
Human transmutation?
Of course not. I'm just gonna whip up something that looks like a human corpse.
Won't stop him from checking the dental records.
I've got it under control.
Yes, it clearly does.
Yes.
I'm not claiming to be an expert on human anatomy. I've got plenty of experience burning corpses. You're Maria Ross, correct? It's a dummy. From this point on, you're dead.
She's kind of close to that fireball. She might have got killed anyway.
Yeah.
Snap out of it.
Get in that tombstone. There's old Gene.
Hey there, Full Metal.
What happened here, Colonel? Tell me!
At the Full Metal kid? Oh man, we didn't plan on this one. Sure, the Colonel will
Yes,
come up
it's
with
their
something.
show. They're in the title. Of course they're gonna do
Right.
The orders I've been given are to personally escort this woman to the east to take refuge.
One big effort to aid the lieutenant's escape.
I see.
I can't believe the Colonel was able to pull one over on us like this. Fine, I'll admit it, all right? He actually knew what he was doing this time.
He said he didn't want to take a chance on some hot-tempered kid endangering the operation. So he sent you out here.
Hot-tempered kid!
it. I guess that's why
Classic.
Al got left.
Is there a phase beyond liberating Lieutenant Ross?
The one that's behind the conspiracy.
No one calls me a... Wait, what'd you say?
He went on one hell of a rampage. Bound to send someone to reclaim him.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh, we really are making moves already.
So Lieutenant Ross is innocent!
Alex Lewis
But
Armstrong.
why take Ed? The Colonel was just trying to keep him out of his hair, wasn't he?
Struck up a deal with Barry to help him out with the jailbreak in exchange for the secret to his immortality. But of course...
They put me in this body, you're all dead. And it's not like I know how they did it.
What? That's not fair!
You should ask that Alphonse kid. He's also just a soul glued to metal.
And I was promised you'd tell me.
Yeah, but
I've got nothing to do with this. Zilch.
And yet here I am, stuck in the middle of it. And framed by homunculi.
We've collected a fair amount of intelligence.
How do they know what they look like?
And once we properly piece it together, we'll have the general
Edward has seen
I
them.
promise you this, Lieutenant. We will absolve you of this crime.
It's just hard to accept that he's dead.
Too bad it doesn't seem like Mustang's other guy here has met Havoc's new girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good photo of her right there, or drawn.
Each one of them has tried to help me keep my promise to my brother. Which means all I can do is move forward, right? I know that's a hard promise to keep. It's hard enough just trying to take care of myself. But it's the only thing I can think of. So I have to do it. I have to.
Well, I think that I'm gonna give Shing a shot.
Yeah, you probably can't stay in the mistress.
Any parting wishes? Shall I tell your parents?
No, sir. As much as I want them to know I'm okay, I'm scared it would be too much of a risk. I just don't want to put them in that kind of danger.
Fair?
Major Armstrong? Lieutenant Breda?
Sucks though.
Please deliver a message to the Colonel. If there's any way I can help him, tell him to send for me. I owe him a great debt, and I am willing to put my life on the line to repay it. Take care of yourself, okay?
I still owe you.
You can get me next time.
All right, next time, then.
Mr. Fu, tell me, what's Shing like?
It's a country steeped in a rich culture, and the people are hardworking and honest.
So I can expect to find a paradise on the other side of this desert?
Yes, you'll need to be careful. I recommend preserving your fluids from this point on.
How about I swing by the shop sometime tomorrow? And if you ask me nicely, I'll bring a gift.
Hey, Kate, we have a customer. Could you please let Jacqueline know?
Copy that.
Not the kind of customer you want.
Hold on!
Yeah, what was that code for?
Try and relax, Foreman. We want
I
this
think
one alive, so don't
someone's
kill
coming.
it!
They have a bogey.
Sure, yeah.
Smells like an ashtray. Sheen Havoc?
Foreman, don't you think I'm wearing this mask for a reason? Sorry about that.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that you got dragged into this, watching us from anywhere.
Hey!
Finally recognized him?
Right.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter.
I wonder who that was.
Got the Hawk's eyes watching over us out here.
Heard a loud noise. What happened?
It was nothing. Customer was getting fresh with Jacqueline, so I slapped him around a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Who is that monitoring the phone
All
call?
right, don't even think of moving.
It's the other member of the Mustangs.
Wait a minute. I don't think he knows what I'm saying.
Basically, it's his team is Hawkeye,
That's my
these
old
two
human
guys,
body!
that guy monitoring, and the guy in the
Are you
desert.
sure?
Those sick bastards must have dumped the soul of some feral lab animal into my body. Talk about memories. Hey, my soul got yanked out of him.
I thought so. It's like that transmutation circle from the 5th lab. Ah, damn it! Why does the top part have to be missing?
Oh, here we go.
What do you want? I don't have any money. You're an Ishvalan.
Excuse me, young man. I'm afraid that we're gonna have to take you hostage until your military returns our Holy Land to us.
They're not gonna return squat.
It was the death of a single child that triggered the entire Ishvalan civil war. So you really shouldn't doubt your significance in the eyes of history.
Can you please just let him go now? I don't get it. I always heard that you guys hated Amestrians.
Know that not all Amestrians are bad.
We were saved by these 2 Amestrian doctors. To be honest, I do hate you. But the 2 of them saved me, and you deserve the same treatment.
Wait a minute. You're not talking about the rock bells, are you?
Oh, the rock bells.
Are you saying you were a friend of Dr. Rockbell?
Yeah. They were like an aunt and uncle to me.
They refused to abandon their post. It didn't matter how much the fighting escalated.
How did they die?
They were killed. They were both murdered.
Real
in
small
cold
world.
blood. And it was by the hand of an Ishvalan they'd saved.
Real small.
Oh, Scar killed Winry's parents.
It seems that way.
Tell me who did it!
But he was an Ishvalan monk, and his right arm was tattooed.
Of course he did. What a small world this is.
Gotta
If
add
you
the
should have the
stakes.
chance, would give them our thanks and our apologies.
You know how amazing this is? I mean, how often does a guy get the chance to chop up his own body and...
Pretty sure that would kill him, and you told me not to do that.
I'm getting chills up and down my soul. I've got to get my knives into it.
Barry's easily the best character in this
Return to your
show.
body, not chop it up into pieces.
Oh, man. That's what stinks?
This is just cruel. I have
Come
to
on,
do
what do you
it.
think?
It's my body, so it's up to me. And I'm putting it on the chopping block.
That's true. Your body, your choice, Barry.
What's wrong?
Just a squabble. One of the customers is mouthing off. And I have to call you right back. I've got a customer of my own to deal with.
Oh well, she got him. I figured it's over. Huh?
One hit in the shoulder, he lays down. This is an even worse customer to come in, frankly.
Yeah, this is brutal. Oh, R.I.P. Hawkeye.
This customer eats people.
Drewz Viewz.
Think Hawkeye's as dead as Maria Ross?
More, maybe.
Deader?
Even deader.
Well, even deader. Alright, so we got the pieces put together in this one as to how he pulled it off, Mustang, make it be Fireman. But obviously the job's not done yet. But the main goal was to draw out the enemy.
Here they are.
That part's successful.
Yeah.
Will they be able to defeat the enemy? That's another story. Barry wants to chop up his own body, which is on brand. We like that. You think he'll be successful?
Love that for him. Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll be successful.
All right. Do you think he's just going to join the Mustangs team at this point?
I hope so. I want to see a lot more of Barry and a lot less of some of these other characters.
Might be a little hard to control, although he did do what Mustang wanted, getting Ross out of prison at least.
Yeah, he's just cool now. I don't know what that is.
What about Mustang's little acting to the men back at the base? Like he's on the phone with a girlfriend or whatever.
Yep.
Slaying it on thick, but it's working.
Gotta keep his circle tight in times like this, you know. Can't trust any fucking pencil pusher and geek, you know?
Not any geek off the street, certainly. What about, I forgot about this part, but I like how he threw her in the dumpster and then Havoc was in there, but there was like a hole between the wall and all that. That was a cool little spy thing. This is definitely, it was definitely kind of a spy episode.
Because when he threw her in the dumpster, I was like, well, they're definitely going to check the dumpster in the alley where someone was just murdered.
You would think, although if they do look in there, they might see a big old hole, but I guess maybe he threw a bag in there or something. We'll talk about the Desert B story as well, of course, but in terms of, what's immediately going to happen, Hawkeye's obviously got a tough situation here with gluttony right on her neck. He probably wants her to be in his big old belly sooner than later. And they're on top of like a bell tower, which is a precarious situation to boot.
They have anime physics, though. It should be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, that's his boo. I can't imagine Mustang's gonna just let that go, you know?
No, I don't think so. I think he's gonna be telling the men back at the base, gotta go see the girlfriend immediately. We saw Gluttony. What do you think Lust and Envy, are they gonna be showing up as well? Who knows? Envy could be anyone, I guess.
Gotta think that it's all happening, you know? We may even see Wrath.
Maybe the Fuhrer himself. So the whole covert stuff is to make sure Wrath, especially I guess being in charge, the top military guy, doesn't find out about what's going on. Yeah, I remember watching this one initially back when I saw the show, and I was like, yeah, it's really coming together. Like some exciting propulsion to the series here.
Yeah, finally.
Now let's get to the Ed stuff. So he obviously saw Ross. Also, Mustang worked in Ling and his people into the plan too after the fact. So he's able to also, and he of course didn't realize Ed was going to show up either. Like Havoc was like, Full Metal, is that the Full Metal kid? What's he doing here? But so Mustang's clearly good at improvising as well, or thinking quickly. So the Fu is that old grandpa guy who's Ling's bodyguard. He's taking.
I think I saw the
Shang.
girl that travels with Fu too. She just didn't have any dialogue.
Oh, she was back outside of the room protecting Ling, like when Ling was talking to Al.
Oh, okay.
Winry. She was up on they panned to the outside, and she was like on the windowsill outside. Oh, but let's talk about that briefly. So Barry put Ling on to go back to Al and talk to him. He knows more than I do. Do you think Al is gonna trust him, or is gonna tell him anything? I mean, Ling seems pretty persuasive, but or does Al exactly know? And is it just Ed that figured out how to do that?
Yeah, Ed did it.
I wonder. Yeah. And he's conveniently not there. Well, we'll see. But at least they do know what's going on, Winry and Al. And of course, speaking of Winry, I mean, yeah, it is a small world, obviously. This one element might be a little too convenient, but I do see, they're doing it for the dramatic tension, of course. Scar is the one who killed Winry's parents, even though they were helping his people, essentially. But that's what happens with this whole war situation. I mean, we even saw the Ishvalan guy was like, the death of one child started the whole incident, the whole war in the first place. So who knows what could happen. And we did see a certain character in the background at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. I think you pointed
with
her out.
Panda. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I guess I thought maybe you saw her too, but yeah, maybe I should have let that one go. Oh well, I mean that was her, so Mei Chang. So we know she's last seen with Scar. Presumably he is
coming back to the capital, or he's just here.
No, they're in Rizzo.
Yeah, but it seemed like she was getting on the train as they got off.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I mean she wants to go to the capital, so maybe they just missed each other then. Yeah. Well, let's see what the next episode is called. Obviously, this one ended on the cliffhanger, so it's going.
Death of the Undying. Oh, it better not be Barry.
Well, it could be based on that title. I mean, it could be his body, at least. Or it could be there's other elements in the show that don't seem to die, not easily at least. Hopefully it won't be Ross getting killed next episode after she is the undead.
Yeah.
And that is tough. I mean, like, that sucks that it's probably the right call not to tell her parents, but that's a bad situation. Their parents think she's dead. Their other guy presumably thinks she's dead. Her other...
Yeah, a brutal beat, though. Basically. Just like, yep, now I'm never coming back.
Yeah, but at least Shang is a paradise. Well, we'll see about that. Doesn't seem likely, but, Fu, the old man Fu is the right guy to take charge there and shepherd her to the new tough situation, I think. Yeah. It's an exciting episode. Any more predictions for next time, or should we ride off into the sunset on this one?
Yeah, it's clearly popping off. Can't wait to get back in here and see some shit go down.
Join us then next and a Monday, next Make It Be Fire Monday. For that episode, we'll see what's up with the Undying. But until then, we're going to be out of here. Peace.
What are you gawking at? Come on!